Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 43 of the Pichu London Cup Series. Today we're at the Dover International Speedway for the running of the Drydene 400. Last weekend at Talladega was a thriller. It came down to the final lap, but Casey Hoyt earns the win in an improbable come from behind victory. He started the race on pit lane and then he worked his way up to the win at Talladega. It was a stunning comeback for his first win in the PLCS. The 42 got it done at Talladega last week. Now let's see who gets the win here today at the Monster Mile. And his teammate, the 42's teammate, Juan Rodriguez, starts on the pole for this one. And Garrett Albertson will start on the outside of the front row, so this makes it a 1-2 front row start. Foster Henderson, Ryan Durante make up row 2, and Alexander Rowe and David Aline make up row 3. There's Nicky Maxwell, Isaiah Bernesh making up row 4, and Forrest E. Mars and Niall O'Hare make up row number 5. And let's take a look at the rest of the drivers here in this field in today's race. And let's take a look at the two part-timers that are in the field here at the Monster Mile. There's Casey Hoyt starting in the middle of the pack here in today's race. And let's take a look at where the part-timers are, if I can find them. Oh, I think they were starting in the back. And yeah, they are. Luke Walker in the 32 today, and Joseph Romanek is in the 66 here in today's race. So those were where the two part-timers are starting here today. So it's 1-2 on the front row. What are the odds of that happening? My goodness. So we're going to have a great race here at the Monster Mile at Dover. It's going to be a fun one. 40 laps around the Monster Mile. About to get the green flag here at Dover in the Drydene 400. So here we go to the green flag, folks. We are underway in the Drydene 400 at Dover. Foster Henderson for the race lead, and he's going to take the lead. On the first lap of the race, Foster Henderson takes the lead away. Or does he? Look at that one car fighting back on the high line. That one's trying to fight back, and he will not be able to do so. Alexander Rowe is going to try to take second spot away. In fourth place is David Aline. He's trying to take the Drydene car to the victory in the Drydene 400. Wouldn't that be a fitting win for the 7 team? But a battle for second is brewing as the 17 is able to pull a little bit ahead. That 17 looks to be the one to beat here in today's race at Dover. But it's not. But we're just underway, and the one car's trying to fight back. That high line has worked out a little bit to his favor, but is it going to hold on? But is he going to hold on to it on the third and fourth corner? 37 still trying to get that run on the bottom. The one car got the better run in turns 1 and 2, but it seems that 3 and 4 is where Alexander Rowe has the best run. Who's going to have the advantage? Who's going to clear? Who's going to make that move to second? This will help out Foster Henderson tremendously as he's pulling away. He's pulling away from the second and third place cars. Where does the 7 go? And I think the 7's going to try to go on the high line. Trying to find the grip. Trying to get that grip and get by the 2. Oh, a little loose. Niall O'Hare's coming up quick. That was quick for the 14. Top 5. He's going to try to get that top 5 spot today. There's Niall O'Hare trying to stick with the 7. And these two have been battling for second and third, man, but Niall O'Hare is able to clear the 7. So Niall O'Hare, now he's in 4th position, trying to get by the 2 in front of him. And here comes the 2 Garrett Albertson, also trying to help out a little bit in the top 5. Looks like 37 was able to clear the 1 finally, and the 37 has the edge. He's going to have to try to catch that 17 car, and 17 is pulled away. After them battling for second and third for so long, the 17's been able to build up a lead. There's Niall O'Hare running in the 4th position as he's still the only Stewart-Haas car to have not won a race this season. He almost won at Homestead by inches. He was beaten out by Paul Barber. He hit the wall in the final lap and he ended up losing the race by 2 1/1000ths of a second at Homestead. And now he's trying to get back into victory, trying to get that win and get him and trying to make his case for the playoffs, trying to lead all 4 Stewart-Haas cars into the playoffs. There's only going to be 16 drivers in the playoffs this season. Every point matters now. Even with a win, they might not still get into the playoffs, so every position matters at this point. Only 16 spots available. It's going to be an interesting battle for the playoffs when we get to the last races of the regular season. It'll be the ones to watch. The races to watch, definitely. So far, no cautions. We've been running caution-free all day today. And there's Luke Walker in a part-time ride here at the 32 team, running an entry from GoFaz Racing, running only a handful of races this season in the 32. And Luke is going solo for this one at Dover. The remainder races he'll be running with Leia Walker. And I believe Leia is going to be driving the 45. That's a second entry for GoFaz for 2311. So that'll be a second part-time entry running for the 2311 racing team to try out a second ride that they may eventually get in the future. And Leia Walker is going to be in the 45 in a handful of races for 2311 throughout the season. And Luke will also be in the 32 in those races as well. Other part-timers, Joseph Romanek, former champion, sharing the ride with Colin Francis in a handful of races in that 66 entry. He's also the other part-timer in this field. And look at this, the lead has closed up. How about that? Alexander Rose working his way up into the lead. Still not a lot of time left. They're almost to the halfway point of this race. The question is, will they be able to hang on? Races are going pretty smoothly for those drivers so far. And there's the 42 I mentioned earlier, Casey Hoyt. He was the winner at Homestead. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Talladega. He won at Talladega last weekend. He came from behind. He started from the pit lane, and he worked his way back up to win the race at Talladega. An improbable comeback he did. He's running in the back in this race, but he got that one win. And right now he's trying the best he can to secure enough points to get into the playoffs, even with that one victory. I don't think not all winners are going to be in the playoffs, believe it or not, because there's only going to be 16 into the playoffs this season. So he's going to have to collect as much points as he can so that he is safe and he gets in the playoffs. Only driver with more than one win so far has been Nathan Ormond. Ormond won back-to-back races earlier back at the Bristol Dirt Race in Richmond, so I believe he's locked in on those 2 wins. So Nathan Ormond doesn't have to worry about winning any more races to get in the playoffs, but he's still trying to secure a lot of points. Foster Henderson has yet to win. These top 2 drivers have not won this season. And by the way, the one has already won at Atlanta earlier this season. He comes to pit with the 17 of Foster Henderson. So now the strategies begin. The pit stops begin under green. Alexander Rose is going to stay out, maybe try to pit on the next lap and try to stretch it to a 1 pit stop race. And the caution is out. I think he was waiting on that caution flag to wave, and he got it. Oh, no, he wasn't. Oh, no, he is. I'm sorry. I thought he was heading to pit road. Looks like he was slowing down to avoid a wreck. Oh, This changes everything. This is going to be pretty interesting. We're going to see how this race goes down with a caution being out in the middle of pit stops. So this might either benefit or hurt the drivers that stayed out at pit road before the caution waved. And we had a crash. Paul Barber and John Andrews made contact. I don't know what happened. I think the 24 was thinking about going to pit road. Instead, he hits his own teammate. Wow. Miscommunication entering pit road. That's just going to cost you. Yeah, right there was some miscommunication entering pit road. I don't know if they missed the pit road entrance, or I think they were trying to communicate who was going to go in, and it just went completely south, and they both crashed, and the caution came out. Handful of cars pitted. Those guys in front did not pit, and so I think this will benefit them, putting them a lap down, or I don't know how this is going to work. Anyway, they're on pit road. No, they're not on pit road. They stayed out. They stayed out. They were hoping for that caution to save a little bit more fuel, and now they might have to come to pit, and here they come. They're coming to pit road right now. So the drivers that stayed out during that green flag run are now coming to pit road. And everybody else is going to be out of the pit road stalls. The 17 is out. The 1 is out. I think the 66 has chosen to stay out. So, who's the leader now? I think the 37 will be brewed as the leader, as his stall is after the start-finish line, and sure enough, he is the leader. So, the drivers that stayed out are going to be pitting under the caution, and they got the caution benefit, so they might be able to make it on one stop. So we shall see if one stop is going to be enough for these guys to run this race. All the other cars are getting the wave around right now, and the 14 and 37 are both going to come out of pit road. 37 is out, 14 is out. So now we'll see what happens with these drivers who are trying to have to work their way up again when the green flag waves again. Are they ruled as the leaders? And I think they are ruled as the leaders. Ooh, that is just... Oh, that's what happens when a caution comes out when they're taking their pit stops. Yeah, some weird stuff happens, and now 37, they were waiting on that caution, and sure enough, it pays off, and now they're taking the green. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. The driver's in front of them trying to start up, trying to get their laps back. That is insane. And now we're back to the green. Oh man, this is interesting. Look at all these drivers running in the back. 37 is ruled as the leader. That is Alexander Rowe in front over Niall O'Hare. So the strategy for them to stay out worked into their favor, apparently. So they're the leaders. Yeah, they played this perfectly. They knew a caution was going to come out or something. I don't know, but they played it. They worked it to their favor. Wow. Okay, so we're going to go back to green. Alexander Rowe's in front, and he's trying to pull ahead of the 14. Got lap cars in front of him, but it doesn't seem to affect him. Now 37 is going to try to get by the 42. I think the 42 is going to let him by. Knows he's going to be a lap down, so he's going to let him by. Oh, what's some interesting strategies at Dover? Oh, that is just interesting. 37 gets by the 42, and now the 14 gets by the 42. I think the 14's not giving up yet. That 14, he's really hungry for the win now, so even if he gets by the 21, there's still going to be a lot of lap cars in front of him in the final 12 laps. So we'll see what happens with Alexander Rowe. Is he going to get by the 21? I think 21 is going to give him a little bit of dirty air. I think the 14, that's going to allow him to take that opportunity to get by. Sticking with the high line for now. He's trying to avoid getting passed by the 16 of Cassie Reynolds. He's in contention to win this race. 37 gets by the 21, and the 16 is going for second. And Reynolds is going to try to take the second spot away from Niall O'Hare, and now Niall is held up. by the 21 car with 10 to go, and there he goes. Cassie Reynolds into the second spot. 37 using the lap cars to his advantage. He's getting by them real quickly. Alexander Rowe has not won in a long time in this series, and he's looking to get back into victory lane here today. I believe that Daniel Bouchard actually won here at Dover in that same ride, that same team. Daniel Bouchard was able to lead them to victory at Dover. Now JTG is trying to win again at the Monster Mile with a different driver. 8 laps to go at Dover. Alexander Rowe, it seems that the lap cars are not affecting him are not putting an effect on his lead. And he's benefiting from the lap cars, I would say. And the 16 is trying everything he can to get that 37. 7 to go. 2 lap cars in front. 33 is gonna let him go. 33 gets by, and 37 was going to get by 33. So 6 to go at Dover. Is the strategy going to hold up? Or will there be an interesting finish on the horizon? 6 to go. Cassie Reynolds into second. And now Cassidy's going to try to work his way up into the front with just 5 to go. Going to get through the 33 and now trying to gain ground. I think trying to get the drafting help from the 38. That is Matt Gomes in third position right now. So Matt Gomes is trying to also steal a win away at the Monster Mile. 4 to go for Alexander Rowe. Still a lot of lap cars in front of him. He's trying to make the most of this opportunity. He's losing the grip though. He's losing that grip. Could be an opportunity for the 16 to make a move. And the 16 is going to lead, coming to 3 to go. Oh, that one lap car got in the way of the 37. It shows how much they can change in just one lap. 3 laps to go. And the 16 is in the lead. Cassie Reynolds in the lead. What a shocker. 2 laps to go for the 16. Oh, what a shocker. Looked like Alexander Rowe was going to pull away, but the 11 car just wouldn't let him by. That was the deciding factor, I believe, in this race. What a twist. Everything can change in just one lap. It goes to show you that a lot can change in just a single lap. White flag is out though for Cassie Reynolds with 1 to go. Trying to give Calling Racing their second win in the PLCS. They actually won a race in Road America a couple seasons back with Leah Walker. But this will be the first time as a full-time team they would win in the PLCS. Here they come off the final corner. Cassie Reynolds is going to win the Drydene 400 at Dover. Cassidy Reynolds made the right move at the right time to take the win away at the Monster Mile. The 16 wins in, and Calling Racing with their second win in the PLCS. Their first came as a part-time team with Leah Walker, and now they win for the first time as a full-time team. And Cassie Reynolds takes the win in the 16. What a win for Calling Racing, and they have a great shot now at making the playoffs with that win. So a job well done for these guys. It was lap traffic chaos, but Cassie Reynolds was able to hold on for the race win and was able to pass Alexander Rowe in the final laps to take the checkered flag. It came down to the lap cars, it turns out, were the difference at the Monster Mile, and it was Cassie Reynolds that took home the win. So congratulations to Cassidy on another victory for the 16 team. We hope you enjoyed this race, and until then, we will see you guys at our next race. And guess what our next race will be? It'll be on the road course at the Circuit of the Americas. Circuit of the Americas is coming up next for the PLCS, so it's going to be a great road course race from start to finish. We hope you will join us for that race, and until then, we'll see you next time.